Ask Asia, Ask Asia, Ask Asia, Ask Asia, Ask Asia. Boom, boom, boom. So for those of you just joining, Ask Asia is basically the segment that I started my YouTube channel with, where mostly guys, because at that time, my followers were mostly guys from all my Maxim magazine spreads, would write in and ask me questions, and I would give them my honest opinion. Most of the time, it was about dating, women, sex, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, as the years went on and I kind of grew up, I kind of grew out of Ask Asia and those types of questions. So I have put that, you know, behind me and to the side. However, you all have started a riot in the streets. In the streets, it's gotten that serious that you guys have missed Ask Asia so much that you have tweeted and messaged and Facebook. I read it all. I know, I'm sorry, you like Ask Asia. So Ask Asia is back because I listen. I'm a woman of the people. Okay, I posted on Twitter, I posted on my Facebook page, thinking about bringing back Ask Asia. Send me your questions, we'll go from there. And you know what, I have to say, my hair is cray cray, but I have to say that you guys actually wrote in some really thoughtful questions, and it made me really excited because it wasn't what I expected, but I guess that comes with just the new audience that I have grown. So thank you for being more mature than I had ever expected. Right, let us begin. How has your modeling career been going, and what got you into modeling in the first place? Thank you for your question. So I guess let's just start from the beginning. What got me into modeling? I think every girl somewhere, you know, down the road of life, they want to be a model. It might just last for a couple hours, it might last for a couple years, but I think somewhere in between the ages of like 5 and high school, you want to be a model. And my career actually started when I was in 7th grade. Actually, it technically started earlier, but my first big job happened to have been in 7th grade. And I think someone had approached me, or someone approached my mom or whatever and said, hey, you know what, you should work with this modeling agency. And it was More Models in Hawaii, and I don't know if they're still around. I was signed to them, and my first major job was in 7th grade, and it was for the Christmas catalog for Ala Moana Shopping Mall, which is this huge shopping mall in Hawaii. And the reason that it was so exciting, besides it being my very first gig, I guess, is because as a 7th grader, I walked into this casting and I was surrounded by girls that went to my high school or school, and they were older than me. They were 8th graders, they were freshmen, and there was a couple like juniors and seniors from my high school there. And I was like, okay, so all of you guys are older than me, all of you guys are prettier than me, so I shall just gracefully bow out. Of course, I didn't actually do that, but I was singing that in my head. And you know, at the end of the day, I actually got the job. From there, I did a ton of local commercials. My next couple big things were with Pearl Ridge, Hawaiian Waters Adventure Park, and then senior year I got this huge bikini campaign from Loco Boutique, and my photos were in the store, they were in magazines. It was the coolest thing ever. So then I went to University of San Francisco, so I moved to San Francisco, and then I kind of put modeling on the back burner. Then something happened that kind of made me switch my want and need to be a model into being an on-camera host. And that thing was public speaking class. During that class, I found that, you know, I was actually pretty good at expressing myself and being vocal and having this presence. And I ended up being on a public speaking team, winning first place, the first person in USF history to place first place in a public speaking competition. You know, it's combining my love for being in front of the camera and my love for being in front of people into one. I decided to intern my senior year at Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area just to get a vibe of what it meant to work in a network and with a network. And then I also started hosting a music show called Yeah Live, and it was shot in Berkeley, and it was on public access TV. And you know what? I actually interviewed a lot of great artists, but the show in general was a complete disaster. In order to refine my craft more, I decided to get my master's in broadcast journalism, and this, my friends, is kind of the start of my TV hosting career. Went to USC, was getting my master's in broadcast journalism, and my last year I was like, okay, crap, what am I going to do? What would be my ideal TV show? What would I want to host? What is my end goal? And my end goal, and I'm going to come back to this later, is to have a travel show. So I was like, okay, travel show, put it in the back. Plan B. Plan B happened to have been a sports show where I would interview athletes, and then they would teach me how to play their position. So for instance, Mayweather would teach me how to box. And I was like, okay, that's good, that's unique. Who would pick it up? And for some reason, I thought Maxim Magazine. Ding, 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 ding. Every year, Maxim Magazine has this thing called Hometown Hotties. It's a competition where girls, you know, the girl next door sends pictures, and then through the process of voting, a winner is announced. And I was like, okay, this is how my mind works. It's crazy because I find an end goal and I like think of the most impossible ways to get to that end goal. It's crazy the way my mind works. But I was like, okay, I know if I make it to the top 10 of Hometown Hotties, I'll be able to meet everyone that works there and be able to pitch them my show idea. And then they're going to give it to me. That's what I thought. So the next week, I flew back home to Hawaii, took pictures, submitted. I think I was on maybe the last week of submissions. I submitted those photos and a video to see what happens. Made it, I think, the top 1,000, made it to the top 100, made it to the top 10, met the people that I needed to meet, and then they gave me my sports show. What? So they gave me a show, and it was called, or is called, Maxim Sports One-on-One, where, ta-da, I would interview athletes, and then they would teach me how to play their position. I've interviewed everyone from Shaq to Danica Patrick to Mayweather and everyone in between, and it's just been so amazing to actually meet these athletes and talk to them, but also get them into their comfort zone and have them teach me something that they love. And that is what separates my sports show from any other sports show, and that is what I thought that I would want to watch as a woman who loves sports for a sports show. And to be able to have thought of that on my own and make it happen is the most amazing thing in the world. The end goal for me was never modeling. I never really, like, in all honesty, I love modeling and it was cool, but I never really wanted to be a model as a career. That was not the end goal. I did use modeling as stepping stones to get to my end goal, which was to be a on-camera TV host, and that is what I did. So thanks to Maxim and the opportunities they have given me for the past couple of years, I worked with FX, I work with Fox Sports, I've worked with The Hollywood Reporter, and the list just goes on and on and on and on. And every year I start working with these bigger and bigger and bigger outlets. And, you know, it all is in thanks to me, actually. Me thinking of this outrageous plan that really did sound ridiculous at the time, figuring out steps that I needed to take in order to accomplish it, and then executing it. So anyways, that was just a really long-winded answer to the question, how has your modeling career been going? I've kind of taken the modeling career back for probably permanently. I mean, I still love modeling and I still do it, but now I'm very, very picky about the people who I work with and the companies and brands who I work with, because I am now concentrating on my hosting career. Okay, and that is it. Ask Asia redo is complete. Maybe depending on how you guys like this, I'll make this into a monthly segment. I don't know, what do you guys think? let me know in the comments. Do you want me to bring back Ask Asia? Do you care? Do you not like it? Let me know. How often do you want to see it? Let me know. Like and share to let me know. If you have any questions for me, hashtag Ask Asia in the comments on Twitter, on Facebook. That way I can, find it easily. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video wasn't super boring, because that's why I don't like Ask Asia, because it's just me talking and there's really nothing exciting. So let's just throw up some modeling pictures. Blue, 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 blue. I'm Asia. Thanks for watching Ask Asia, and I will see you all next month maybe for another episode of Ask Asia, depending on how this one goes. Anyways.
Wake up, house up, round in it, flossing on that.